So for the California Indian Heritage Center, State Parks is conducting a series of outreach events, and that includes, in this last week, 2 open houses. We had an open house in Los Angeles last week and downtown LA, and this week we were at UC Davis.
Welcome to this event, part celebration, part workshop, in support of the future California Indian Heritage Center. This new facility will be a resource of great importance for our region, our state, and the entire world.
I heard about this project when it first got initiated a decade and a half ago, and was excited about it then, as I am now.
In the 18-19 budget, we were allocated $100 million general fund for this project with an option for another $100 million in fundraising. So it gave us the ability to have up to $200 million for this project.
Right now we just had a great event. We got a lot of fantastic feedback and insight on the process moving forward. And this is really just the beginning of the outreach for a long-term process.
After seeing the renewal, I'm excited. I'm excited for the project because I think it's important for the broader community of Native Americans in California to have something to call their own.
So we will be doing continued outreach to Native American community organizations and allied institutions. In this first phase, we reached out to different academic institutions, so UC Davis, Native American Studies programs, and the law school programs, as well as different institutions across the state, hoping to build more partnership within those spaces, as well as different nonprofits.
Well, I think the effort to outreach and engage tribal people is really a critical part of the whole process, to ensure that there is input from tribal people throughout the different communities, because in California we have a real variety of tribal areas.
So it's really great being both in Southern California and Northern California. We're able to hear different perspectives and also some of the same themes coming up, including the making sure that the Native voice is really involved in the process and directing the process was something that we heard throughout. We heard big picture thoughts on the overall process and the design, as well as really some nice specific honed-in comments on thoughts for going forward.
I'm excited to see more of contemporary components put into the center, i.e. a kitchen, renewable energy, different types of communications. Those kinds of things I think are as important as traditional elements to the center.
We've also learned that we were able to reach 2 different areas of the state, but there's a lot more areas to reach. Inland, the mountains, the forests, the more coastal communities. So definitely there's more voices, and we're hoping that people are able to tune into the website, tune in online, and watch the presentation if you weren't able to be here today.
If this project gets completed, or when it gets completed, I really think it's going to be an educational tool for not only our Native communities, because our Native tribal citizens need to know this information too, but it's also important for the non-Native community to understand a little bit more about contemporary Native people living in their community, and this could be a perfect kind of field of exposure for everybody.
Anything we can do with the center is to share our culture, our cultural beliefs, and our traditional practices that carried our people for thousands of years. And then what happened during colonization, and then where are we at today, and how are our communities thriving, or how are we creating change in our own communities. So I think the center can help become part of that legacy, not only of the tribal people, but of the people of California. So that's really why I'm continue to be committed to this.